Calcutta, they can truly appreciate what Durga Puja means, to, the importance and the grandeur of Durga Puja. They truly can understand it. I remember the editor of Hindustan Times. Hindustan Times is one of the popular newspapers, English newspapers in India. The editor was Veer Sanghvi for a long time. He once captured the essence of Durga Puja in Calcutta. He hails from Calcutta, so he once wrote in Hindustan Times that I'm reading it out. I could retrieve it from the internet, fortunately. I read it long ago. So he captures the essence of Durga Puja. He writes, a man in Delhi once asked me, what is so special about Durga Puja in Kolkata? Is it just as big as Diwali is here in the north? So Diwali is a big festival in northern India. Indians know it. I simply smiled and replied, you have no idea. Then, waiting for my late evening flight to Mumbai at the airport, I thought that there probably is not any festival in any city in the world that can match Kolkata's puja in intensity. You can take the craze of Diwali in Delhi, Christmas in London, Summer Carnival in Rio de Janeiro, Valentine's Day in Paris, and then add it to the month-long madness of Olympic Games and cram all that into a span of 5 days, and you still would not know what you are missing if you have not been in Kolkata during Durga Puja. So he really captures what Durga Puja really means to Bengalis. But, you know, after I started with being part of the Durga Puja at Belur Math, I found, like many others, that is the blessed place to observe Durga Puja. Nothing in this world really is equal to Durga Puja of Belur Math, and that really spoiled me. 11 years at a stretch, I was in Belur Math witnessing Durga Puja. After that, any Durga Puja is nothing for me. I don't feel the same kind of joy and celebration, as the mood of celebration, or what I would say, the atmosphere that is created in Belur Math. 2 days ago, just 2 days ago, I came across a book. It's a wonderful book. I was looking for, in more details about the liturgy of Durga Puja. Such a complex and intricate puja, and their interpretations and significance of the pujas, not everybody knows. Just 2 days ago, I wish I could have, found that book some more time ago. The name of the book is The Great Goddess and Liturgy of the Durga Puja, written by guess who? Hilary Rodriguez of Canada. It is a he. His name is Hilary. He also clarifies that at the very beginning, although the name is feminine. So he once witnessed Durga Puja at Banaras, and he became so much interested in the puja, probably straight 10 years afterwards. Every year he went to India to witness Durga Puja and know the meaning from close quarters, and his dissertation came out as the book. It's a very good book. So there he mentions one great fact, that seeing pujas of all over India, he found that there are basically two types of Durga Puja, Bengali Durga Puja and non-Bengali Durga Puja. And the Bengali Durga Puja is the most elaborate of all Durga Pujas. And that is what we see at Belur Math, Durga Puja at its best. Nowhere in the world Durga Puja is done in such perfect way and with such perfect attitude as it done in Durga Puja, Belur Math. So that is what great observation by him, that Bengali Durga Puja. And another uniqueness of Bengali Durga Puja is it draws on Vedic, Tantric, and Puranic traditions. So it's a mixture of Vedic rituals, Tantric rituals, and as well as Puranic rituals. That is unique about Bengali Durga Puja. That is why you will see that in Belur Math, the Durga Puja is never performed by a monk. It is always by a novice, because there is element of Vedic rituals in it. So according to the traditions, a monk or nun cannot take part in any Vedic rituals. That is why you will see Kali Puja is performed by monks or nuns, but Durga Puja by a novice, because it has these Vedic elements too. So Durga Puja is a pratika upasana. Upasana means sitting near God, being close to God. So any practice that takes us near God, near the reality, is called upasana. Literally, it means sitting near. Upa asana. Upa means near, asana means to sit. So upasana is all the kind of spiritual practices that we do which take us closer to the reality. Durga Puja is a pratika upasana, that is a worship or spiritual practice based on an image. From Vedic times, we find that so many varieties of spiritual practices, even in the Vedas and the Upanishads, but all of them can be classified into three categories. First one is Sarupa Upasana, that is meditation on your own self. Your own self with Mahavakya or great Vedic dictum like you are that, or Aham Brahmasmi, I am that reality. So meditating on that, my own self, and trying to find out who or what is behind this consciousness. That is called Sarupa Upasana, also called Aham Graha Upasana, that is grasping your true nature, trying to grasp your true nature. That is, we find in all the Upanishads. Meditate on your own self and try to, through a process of negation, I am not this, I am not that, but trying to get to the source of my own reality. That is Sarupa Upasana. Second one is called Sampada Upasana. That is taking an element of the nature, a tangible entity, and which represents the ultimate reality. With the help of that symbol or representation of nature, we try to grasp the reality. That is, we try to make our mind subtle and subtle so that we can ultimately grasp the reality behind the universe. Sampada Upasana, such as meditation on sun, meditation on our own vital breath. These are called Sampada Upasana. That is spiritual practice with the help of an element of nature, which is tangible, which is we all of us can see and experience daily, but sublimate it to its highest level. Try to reach the reality through this. And third one is called Pratika Upasana. That is meditation on that ultimate reality with the help of an image and picture, a stone, that is pratika, that is a symbol. Through that, we are trying to reach that ultimate reality. You know, Kularnava Tantra, one tantric text, they say that why this image? Why this image? So they say it nicely. They say, Chinmayasya aprameyasya nirgunasya a sharirinaha sadhokanam hitarthayo brahmano rupa kalpana. So Brahman, the ultimate reality, which is unfathomable, then which is without any attribute, which does not have any form, that same Brahman, for the sake of the spiritual seeker, to help the spiritual seeker, assumes form, same Brahman. I remember one great Swami in the US was Swami Ishadhyanananda, and his teachings were sometimes very pithy and very direct and critical. So one student asked him, probably in a class, Swami, I don't understand how that infinite reality can take a form, and we are worshipping that form. Swami Ishadhyananda turned to the student and said, if the infinite reality assumes a form, do you have any objection? Do you have any objection? So that is pratika upasana, for the help of the seeker, for those who find it difficult to meditate on an abstract concept like Brahman, for them, for their own help, the same infinite reality assumes a form. It is like, and this form can be, worshipping a form can be compared to talking over a phone. Nobody, we see people are talking over a phone. They are not talking to the phone. They are talking to somebody through the phone. Similarly, we are not worshipping the image as image. We are trying to connect with the higher reality, the ultimate reality, through the medium of image. So we find that in Vedas, especially in Hinduism, there are so many options for people how to connect. You like abstract ideas? Okay, meditate on yourself. You like nature and you want to see the divinity, feel the divinity through the help of nature? These elements, here is Sampad Upasana for you. But you are drawn to an image, a picture, here is Pratika Upasana for you. As I think very often, Hinduism just like Starbucks of religion. In Starbucks, we get so many varieties of drinks. You like espresso, here it goes for you. You like mocha, here it is for you. You like frappuccino, here it is for you. So also in Vedanta, in Hinduism, we have so many options to connect with the ultimate reality. And one way is through an image, Mother Durga. So Durga Puja is a Pratika Upasana. And during the Durga Puja, if we remain alert, we will find that one mantra, it's a quite lengthy mantra that is repeated again and again. That is Durga's Dhyana mantra. Meditation on Durga. How to meditate on Durga. So my plan today is to explain to you the Dhyana mantra of Durga. Dhyana mantra of Durga, how we should meditate on Durga. And I will also try to give the symbolism behind the image and all the things in the image, and try to show you some slides, because those who have not seen an image close enough, they will find it easier. but the slide show will come later on, because if I show the slide at the very beginning, all the attention will go to the slides. Okay, so how to meditate on Mother Durga? Dhyana mantra is a help. Dhyana mantra has a power in itself. I had the fortune of doing Durga Puja after coming here, and this mantra, apart from its meaning, has a wonderful power in it. The book that I mentioned by Hilary Rodrigue, he also says that the mantras has a power, and that translation does not have that. Mantras, irrespective of whether we understand the meaning or not, it is better if we understand the meaning, but it is believed that even if we don't understand the meaning, it can evoke a power in its, evoke a power. So that is the beauty of the mantra. So all the dhyana mantras are like a help, a guide, how to meditate on the God, and they usually describe the nature of the deity, their deeds, their physical beauty. All those things are captured in dhyana mantra. And this is very important, that the puja, the worship that we see, that we observe, that we appreciate, starts after a long time of the puja, that after the puja has begun. Okay, so much of the puja that we cannot appreciate goes between the worshipper and the worshipped. And the visible aspect of the puja, offering flowers, offering incense sticks, offering food, all these visible aspects of the puja, which is called upachara, that really begins with this dhyana mantra. Before that, before this visible puja has begun, too important, that is from the perspective of the worshipper, the more important aspects of the puja have already occurred. And now, just as it were, for the sake of others, the worshipper is doing this visible aspect of the puja. Before that, a considerable time is dedicated for purification of all the elements that will be used in the puja, purification of all the elements, all the items, the seat, the place, all the surroundings. That takes a long time. The idea is the philosophy of puja is this: worship God by becoming God. So the process is worshipper elevates themselves to the status of God and worship God by being one with God. Then the worshipper gets down, one step lower and do this visible part of the worship by treating God as if a guest has come to our house. That is why it is said, the philosophy of Durga Puja is Devam Bhutva Devam Jayet, Na Adevam Devam Archayet. Don't worship God until you have become God. By becoming God, you worship God. This is achieved by the process of purification and another process called divinization of the worshipper. The worshipper divinizes themselves by process of bhuta shuddhi and nyasa. Through meditation, they imagine that their entire being is burnt by a fire. So they no longer possess the same old body. Then through a lengthy process of nyasa called consecration, they substitute their own body, physical body, subtle body, with the body of the deity they are going to worship. So that's why you will see in Durga Puja, a lengthy part is nyasa. You will be seeing they are touching different parts of their body with hum, rim, different mantras. That is actually what is happening. The worshipper is now transforming their entire being to with the being of the deity, being of the deity. For example, now in place of my hand, it is the hand of Durga. Okay, the process is to transform yourself, the worshipper, into Durga, becoming one with Durga, and then mentally worship Durga. Then coming down and thinking same Durga is now in front of me in this image, and let me treat Durga as my guest. So that is, so this Dhyana mantra that we hear again and again is part of this visible aspect of puja, which is just like an iceberg of the puja. As an iceberg, we see only tip of the iceberg. The majority of the iceberg is underwater. So the beauty of Durga Puja, or for such matter, any puja, is that majority of it remains invisible, inaccessible, not incomprehensible to the viewers. Viewers are seeing, audience are seeing only that part of the puja where the worshipper has already come down from their ultimate status of being one with the deity, and now just treating the deity as a guest. Okay, so Durga Dhyana mantra, wonderful mantra. That is how the worshipper should meditate on Durga. And this meditation is, assume yourself one who is sitting on this seat now. Assume yourself having this form. How that form should be, that is Durga Dhyana mantra. I will chant the mantra, then explain the meaning. So it is this. Om Reem Jatajuta Samayuktam Ardhendu Krita Shekharam Lochana Traya Samyuktam Purnendu Sadrishananam Atasi Pushpa Varnabhyam Supratishtham Sulochanam Navayovana Sampannam Sarva Bharana Bhushitam Sucharu Dashanam Tadbat Pinonnato Payodharam Tribhanga Sthana Shamsthanam Mahishasura Mardinim Minalayato Sangsparsha Dashabahu Samanvitam Trishulam Dakshine Dhyayam Khargam Chakram Kramad Adhaha Dikshavanam Tatha Shaktim Dakshineshu Vichintayet Khetakam Purnachapam Cha Pashamankushame Cha Ghantamba Parashumbapi Bamata Sanniveshayet Adhasthan Mahisham Tadvat Vishiraskam Pradarshayet Shiroschedodbhavam Tadvat Danavam Khargopaninam Vidishuleno Nirbhinnam Niryadantra Vibhushitam Raktarakti Kitangam Cha Rakta Vispuritekshanam Veshtitam Nagapashena Bhrukuti Vishanananam Shapasabama Hasteno Dhitakesham Cha Durgaya Vamat Rudhira Vaktam Cha Devya Simham Padarshayet Devyastu Dakshinam Padam Samam Singho Paristhitam Kinchiturdham Tatha Bamam Angushtham Mahishopari Prasanna Vadanam Devim Sarvakama Phalapradam Shatru Shayakarim Devim Daittadana Badarpaham Sthuyomanancha Tadrupam Amarei Shanniveshayet Ugra Chanda Prachanda Cha Chandogra Chandanaika Chanda Chandavati Chaiba Chandarupati Chandika Avishakti Virashtavi satatam pariveshtitam chintayet jagatam dhatrim dharma kamartha mokshadam. So this is the Dhyana mantra. And if you observe the image that is worshipped in Belur Math, it has been made just according to this Dhyana mantra. We don't find it anywhere else. For example, here in the Dhyana mantra, it is said the complexion of the deity is like a atasi flower. Atasi flower is called devil bean. I shall show you the picture. Like light yellow, yellowish. You will see that Belur Math image is light yellowish. So Belur Math image is so beautiful, so perfect. It is made just according to this Dhyana mantra, how the image of Durga should be. So what is the meaning of this Dhyana mantra? It is the deity has matted here, matted here. And the top of it is adorned by a half moon, Ardhindukita Shekharam. She has 3 eyes. 3 eyes we know. The third eye is the eye of wisdom. Eye of wisdom. Her face is like the beauty of full moon. So on her forehead there is half moon, but her face is like full moon. And her complexion is like atasi flower. She is well established, having beautiful eyes, and possesses all the beauty of early youth, decorated with all kinds of ornaments. Her teeth is nice looking, that is maintained well. So this is beauty of this Dhyana mantra, that even the physical beauty is described in so perfect details. She is standing in a triple bent pose. So she is not standing straight. There are 3 bends in her pose. She is crushing the demon Mahishasura, a demon who rides on a buffalo. Such is the demon called Mahishasura. And her arms, 10 arms, are supple, flexible, tender, like the lotus stalks. We see the lotus stalks, how tender and supple they are. So Mother Durga's 10 arms are as supple as lotus stalk. She has 10 arms. And now goes a description of all the weapons she holds. She should be meditated upon as having a trident in the uppermost right hand. And lower down, gradually, the weapons are sword, discus, a pointed arrow, and thunderbolt. This should be meditated upon as occupying her right hand. And one should place on the left hand a shield, a bow, a snake, a gourd, and an axe. These are on her left hand. Down below the image of the goddess, there is a buffalo shown whose head has been beheaded. And emerging from that severed spot, a demon is seen bearing a sword in his hand. His chest has been pierced through by the trident, and his body and limbs are smeared with blood. His angry red eyes are wide. He looks dreadful. With the left hand, Mother Durga has caught hold of the demon's hair. And there is a lion which is vomiting blood from his mouth. The right foot of the goddess is placed straight on the back of the lion. Slightly above that, the left toe of her left foot is placed on the demon. this form of the goddess should be made in such a way that she is praised by various gods and goddesses. And invisible though, she is surrounded by 8 different Shaktis, defined feminine powers, namely Ugra Chanda, Prachanda, Chandogra, Chandanaika, Chanda, Chandabati, Chandarupa, Ati Chandika. The aspirant should meditate on her. This is interesting, with describing such of, fearsome, awesome image of Mother Durga. She is the protectress, Jagat Dhatri of the world. So she also gives assurance to her devotees, and she also bestows virtue, fulfillment, and liberation, dharma, kama, artha, moksha, all that the devotees need for their fulfillment, total fulfillment. She is the giver of Mother Durga is giver. So most devotees, now let me show you the slides. Host disabled me. Participate.
Lakshmi, can you make him a co-host, please? Let me see if I can.
All right.
Very good.
Let's progress. When I am ready, I can do that. I mean, if that can be done. So most devotees note that the Mother Durga Mahadevi embodies a pure sattva power, sattvic power, as well as awesome power, the Shakti, which crushes unrighteousness, adharma, ignorance, egotism, which is symbolized by the demon, tamas, demon. The black demon symbolizes tamas, ego and ignorance and pride and hubris, all that. It is said that all the gods with all the power in their possession could not kill this demon. They needed a feminine power who could vanquish the demon. So the idea is feminine power is a combination of compassion as well as strength. So they can manage things gracefully with compassion, at the same time could be very strict. And we see that during the pandemic, it has been seen that female leaders have managed pandemic better than their male counterparts. The countries which has female presidents or prime minister, they were good, better in dealing with pandemic. And every sphere we are seeing that female leaders are excels in many respects than their male counterparts. So Durga is a combination of compassion and extraordinary power. These two are necessary to protect us. Only compassion cannot protect us. We need strength too, but only strength can lead to hubris, ego. So we need a combination of both. And this ambivalent nature of Durga, which is a combination of compassion as well as awesome power, who is maternal as well as who can kill a demon like Mahishasura. This is one of the reasons she is called Durga. Durga, at least there are 3 meanings of the name Durga. One is Durga means one who is invincible, one who cannot be conquered. Second, inaccessible to the non-discerning seekers, because if we don't have discernment, at first the image may appear appalling to us, fearsome to us. So inaccessible. And at the same time, Durga means one who is enigmatic in being compassionate as well as possessor of great strength. But one thing we should remember, that this is the most visible form of Durga that is worshipped, but Durga is also worshipped during Durga Puja in different other forms. So one of the visible forms, such as she is also worshipped in a jar of water, and in a mandala, a structure drawn on a wooden platform. Then also cluster of plants called Navapatrika, and also in many other forms during the same Durga Puja, and also in many other through different other names, Katyayani, Chamunda, Chandi. So this image is the most popular and one of the most prominent images of Durga. And this is not my own observation of Hilary Rodriguez, the writer of the book, that he finds that Durga Puja is designed to elicit the manifestation of the great goddess into a ritually reconstructed cosmos. This manifestation, however, is not a movement by the goddess from a transcendent abode to an immanent presence. Rather, it is perceived as an awakening of the feminine energy from her latent presence in nature. The feminine energy is present in nature. Through Durga Puja, we are just evoking that presence. Kalika Purana says that, Durga Puja, what we do is one ritual is the first ritual is Bodhana, that is awaken the Devi, who is latent. So Kalika Purana says that being awakened, Bodhita, is conceptually identical with her being manifest, that is Prabuddhita. So one who is already present in nature. That is why we find in Durga Puja, there are a lot of pujas are offered to different elements of nature. So this is awakening of the divine feminine energy into a form which is personal, which is relatable. That is beauty of Durga Puja. So those who are interested to know more about Durga Puja and the meanings, underlying meanings of the rituals, may get the book named The Great Goddess Liturgy of Durga Puja, available in Amazon. And yes, I would conclude by uttering a mantra which is uttered only at Belur Math after immersion of the image. After immersion of the image in the Ganges, there is a momentary sadness pervades over Belur Math. That mother who was here, whom we worshipped for so many days, suddenly she is gone. And on the same platform, a pitcher, a jar of water, Ganges water, is placed and a small ritual is performed. So the meaning is Devi Durga, who was in image, now resides in this jar of water. And at the end of the ritual, the Swami who does the puja recites a mantra. The essence of the mantra is, whatever is created in this world is Durga. All the worlds, universe, multiverses are Durga. Men, women, plants, animals, all are Durga. And whatever we see, whatever can be seen, felt, touched is none other than Durga. There is nothing which is other than Mother Durga. So Mother Durga, this is the ultimate essence of Mother Durga, who is present everywhere in the creation. The mantra is Bhutani Durga, Bhuvanani Durga, Striyah Pashuscha Narascha Durga. Yat yat hi drishyam khalu tat hi Durga, Durga Sarupat Aparam Nakinchit. So Durga Puja is approaching. Let us pray to Mother to grace us with the vision of that reality and also fill our heart with joys. And while meditating on her, let us remember her image as a combination of compassion, a maternal love, as well as awesome power. I don't know.
Swami, you can.
Share. Oh,
yeah,
yes.
sure.
All right. Good. So this is the image that is worshipped in Belur Math. So as we heard, Atasi flower, devil bean, this should be the complexion of Mother Durga. And see, that is what they make in Belur Math. Here is a trident. On her uppermost right hand is a trident, which was given by Shiva, and which symbolizes the three gunas, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. The sword given by the god of time, which symbolizes the power of Viveka, discernment. Discus, chakra, by Vishnu, symbolizes center of creation. These are the weapons that are in Mother Durga's hands. Then arrow and bow given by the god of air, that is combination of potential and kinetic powers, symbolizes energy. Then Shakti, thunderbolt, given by Indra, which symbolizes determination. These are 5 right hands of Durga. Then on the left, shield, Khetaka, was given by Yama, symbolizes security, defense, protection. In one of her hands, left hands, she holds a snake. Symbolizes upward movement of consciousness, that is Kundalini Shakti. Then there is gourd, Ankush, which represents Durga's controlling power. And lastly, axe, Parashu. I could not find the significance or what this weapon really symbolizes. Oh no, symbolizes loyalty. Okay. Sorry, love and devotion. So this is the image of Durga in fullness. That's it. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to spend the last few days with Mother Durga.